Announced a $95 million rescue package to help Aussie zoos, wildlife parks and aquariums during the coronavirus pandemic. Now, for many institutions, it's still business as usual, taking care of the animals, but facilities have been forced to close their doors to visitors and the resulting revenue under social distancing measures.
Now, this government package brings relief for Mogo and Featherdale wildlife parks, which had already been hit hard by bushfires over the summer. We all remember these pictures. It comes as Zookeeper Chad Staples has been lifting community spirits with his adorable videos and posts of the amazing animals. And Chad joins us live from Featherdale Wildlife Park, along with his best buddy and morning show regular Archer, the koala. Hello, boys.
Good morning, how are you?
Hello.
Good. How are you both going?
We're good. Look, I mean, I'm certainly not going to complain. I think I'm one of the luckiest people in the country to still be able to do what I'm doing, and Archer wouldn't even notice. I think in some ways koalas love social distancing, but no, we're good.
We heard some of these numbers the government were throwing around with this rescue package. We were really surprised how much these animals cost to keep going each year and how much you have to feed them. This government package must be a real lifeline for you guys.
Oh, absolutely. It was an amazing announcement and we're so thankful for it. Because, yeah, it's some of those animals that you don't even really, well, people don't really realise are that expensive. I mean, a little penguin, for instance, you know, they almost eat their body weight in sardines a day, and there's no such thing as pet-grade sardines. They're beautiful human-grade fish.
Yeah, right.
Wow, and what else is usually on the menu there, trying to keep all these guys fed? What else is expensive, Chad?
Oh gosh, the list is huge, you know, so when it comes to fruit-eating animals, fruit and veg, so you can imagine how much Kasani, our gorilla at Mogo, eats. It's huge amounts, so it certainly is the biggest on-cost, I guess, when it comes to running a zoo, and it's something that we were never going to change. So then hearing from the government that they're going to be assisting in some capacity is just massive for us.
Because you can't just shut the doors.
Welcome.
You can't just turn the coffee machine off and shut the doors, right? The animals need to keep eating. You need to keep everything healthy and running well. Keeping zoos and parks running, it's going to play a major role, isn't it, Chad, in getting that Aussie tourist industry cranked up again when all of this is done?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, one of the really big facts, and I think this is, it's a nice one for everyone to hear, is that it's 1 in 2 international visitors to our country come to one of our wildlife parks or zoos while they're here. And it's for animals like this. They're such an icon of Australia, and it brings tourism in. So, yeah, the work we do, it's not only educational and for conservation, but it really is a big tourist drive for Australia.
And we just saw some pictures, and it looks like a new little baby zebra.
That's right. Poppy was born on Anzac morning, and it was a very welcome surprise. You try to count the days so that you know exactly when your babies are going to arrive, but as with people, babies decide on their own, and when we went down in the morning to sort of check everybody, we had a nice welcome surprise, and she's doing so well.
And the name Poppy on Anzac Day, mate, beautiful, beautiful touch. You've unfortunately had to lose some staff, including zookeepers. How have the animals been keeping? Because you've got a very special relationship with the animals there.
Yeah, and I mean, it was the toughest decision we had to make, and we're certainly not immune from it. It's, you know, it's across the whole globe. It's every single industry, and it is tough. But I do have to say that it was very small numbers. We don't run on a lot of fat in zoos, and everyone on site is virtually essential. So there has been very little change. But like you say, there are some animals that get very used to certain keepers. I mean, I've got a very special relationship here with Archer, and our great ape keepers have amazing relationships with their animals and big cats. So yeah, it was a very tough decision, but thankfully we weren't as hard hit as what a lot of industries were.
Speaking of hard hit, Mogo, your sister zoo, hit by bushfires this year. During that time, the zoo welcomed Phoenix, the lion cub. Can we have an update how he's doing?
Oh, Phoenix is amazing. He just turned 4 months on the 23rd, and he's already cracked 25 kilos.
Oh, wow.
So being a lion, he puts on about 250 grams a day, but he's just amazing, and he kind of has the best of both worlds. So him being an only cub, he's in with his mum Chitwa, and I basically help co-parent. So he gets this beautiful time with mum and plays with her, and then comes out and socialises with keepers and myself and feeds. So he's just got the most wonderful life ahead of him at Mogo. It's great.
Mate, one of the great things about this mess is plenty of zoos around the world have been going heavy on social media and keeping the kids entertained and informed at the same time. You've been doing this really, really well. What have kids been asking Zookeeper chat?
Well, what haven't they been asking? And I'm sure a lot of the questions are coming from mum and dad, and they just try to hide behind the kids. But it's just been wonderful. So it was just we wanted to keep talking to everyone. We wanted to stay engaged, and we wanted to show everyone what's going on in the wildlife parks, even if they can't walk through the doors. And it's just been interesting to see that every single animal is a favourite to somebody, and they ask very specific questions about them. And it was just wonderful to see. You know, the amount of different questions about Archer and how's he going, and can we see different videos and check on him yourself. It was just beautiful.
Right. Well, so lovely to see both you and Archer this morning. Really great to catch up. Hopefully the doors may be open sooner rather than later. I guess at zoos it is possible to social distance. They're in the great outdoors and lots of space. So hopefully we'll see you guys open sooner rather than later. All being safe though.
Yeah. Absolutely. Thank you for that.
And as soon as that's done, Kylie and I are coming down. We'll bring the toast and you bring the sardines, OK? It's fancy sardines I've got going on there. Thank you, Chad. Lovely to see you, mate. All right, we are standing by for Prime Minister Scott Morrison, who's set to address the nation on the coronavirus pandemic. Of course, we will bring that to you live when it happens.
Hi, Mary.